What's up guys, my name is Bryce and welcome to Bryce Games. Today we're going to be playing another surgery game, so let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to be putting on some braces. A few years ago I actually got braces and I think they did a pretty good job with my teeth. They're nice and straight now and I think I have a pretty nice smile. But when I was initially getting braces, I had a lot of questions. I wondered if braces would hurt, if they'd be really uncomfortable, if my teeth would fall out. Oh, okay, probably not that last one, but I did have a lot of questions, and I'm sure that you guys have a lot of questions about braces as well. So I thought it'd be really cool if I made a video sort of to teach you guys what getting braces is actually like and sort of answer some of your questions. So let's just hop right into the game and get some braces. Hey, it's
Welcome
Dr.
to Surgery
Jeff.
Squad. I'm Dr. Jeff, and today we're going to talk about braces, those fantastic bands and wires that help straighten out crooked teeth.
They're pretty fantastic, Jeff.
Let's face it, most of us do not have perfect teeth.
No, we don't.
Everyone's smile is unique. Some people's teeth are just a little more out of shape than others. Your
Yep.
teeth might be crooked, or your upper and lower jaws might not be the same size. If your upper jaw is bigger than your lower jaw, that is called an overbite. If your lower jaw is bigger than your upper jaw, you have an underbite. Sometimes your mouth is not large enough for all your teeth. That is referred to as overcrowding.
Every time I think of overcrowding, I sort of like picture those images of sharks where they got like teeth going everywhere in their mouth. Well, I guess it's sort of the same thing for humans, but it's a little more practical for sharks than it is people.
In all of these cases, the problem can be fixed with braces.
Well, not always, but they can definitely
Braces
help.
are a series of brackets, wires, and bands that are used to guide your teeth back into the correct position. This improves looks, makes it easier to chew, and at times even improves speech.
Oh,
Our patient today has what looks to be an overbite.
this is actually the person that I did my first surgery on. I actually helped this lady give birth, so welcome back, I guess. She just thought I was so amazing at helping her give birth that she's like, you know what? I need this man to give me braces as well. Oh gosh, whatever. Welcome back. I'm gonna help you get the best smile you've ever seen.
We'll start by getting a record of the current state of her teeth in many ways, including x-rays, impressions, and photographs.
All right, cool.
We'll start by taking some x-rays.
Let's do it. All right, so I first got my braces when I was 15 years old, and I have to say they definitely aren't as bad as people would make them seem. I mean, first off, what you do is you go and get the x-rays. So you go for one appointment where you get like an x-ray and you get like a mold of your mouth and stuff, and they do all of that in the first one so that they can figure out what they will actually do for you as far as braces go. So let's take this nice little photograph with this giant Canon looking thing and get a nice picture of your teeth. There we go. And are we going to do the other side too, or just that
Next,
side?
we'll take an
Nope,
impression
just the
of
one
teeth.
side. Okay.
We put a special gel on the bite mold.
Oh,
The gel comes in lots of terrific flavors.
No,
like
it
candy
doesn't.
cane and chocolate
No.
cake.
you're a
Can you put
liar.
the mold in the mouth?
You are a liar, Dr. Jeff. This is by far the worst part of getting braces. You have to get a nasty mold in your mouth. They come in tons of awful flavors like cherry and bubble gum, and it's just all awful. I tried so many different flavors, and they're all bad. Oh my gosh, this, it seems like such a silly thing to hate, but oh my goodness, it's just not a fun part of getting braces. All right, so basically what this part is you are biting into a mold of this like flavored goop. It tastes like you're biting into like clay or something, and then they get a mold of your teeth so that they can figure out how they're gonna use the braces on you. So let's put this in there. Oh man, you only have to sit there for like 5 minutes, but it feels like forever. It is just not a pleasant experience. I'm definitely over exaggerating just how bad this is. It's really not that awful, but it is a little bit unpleasant. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
Great job. We'll have my assistant make the bottom impression.
All right.
Once we have them both, we'll use the impressions to make a plaster model of the patient's teeth.
Yep.
Okay, we've got our impressions and x-rays, and we can see that our patient needs braces. I've also taken some photos for our before and after wall.
It's very important.
We'll arrange an appointment for next week to put the braces in place.
All right. Oh, nice transition music. Usually you get the first appointment and then a week or so later you come back and you actually get the braces so that they have time to
Our
prepare.
patient is back, and we're ready to put on her braces. In some cases, a patient may need spacers placed between the teeth for a week to create more room for the bands.
Yep.
Our patient does not. We'll start by polishing all the teeth. Making
nice.
sure there is no debris on the teeth will ensure that the braces adhere better. Run the polisher over the teeth to clean them.
All Alright, so now we're just going to quickly polish the teeth so that the braces go on smoothly. This part is super simple. Basically, it feels like someone is brushing your teeth with a spinning toothbrush, so I'd say it's not bad at all. I think that's probably enough brushing. It seems to be a little laggy on this part, so we're just gonna continue.
Wow, what a marvelous job. I can almost see myself in those teeth.
Well, thanks, Dr. Jeff. I didn't actually do half the teeth, but I'm glad you really like my work ethic.
We need to put on some molar bands to anchor the braces.
All right.
We circle the whole tooth and have a hook on the outside of the tooth. Slip the molar band over the tooth. We'll cement it into place later.
All right, so now we're going to be putting the molar bands on the teeth. These are actually the things that hold the wires that go through all the brackets on your braces. So let's put one right here. You usually have one in each of the four corners of your mouth so that they all have something to connect to. These are usually pretty simple to put on, but if you have high gums, it sometimes is a little bit painful because sometimes they have to push it down into your gum just a little bit so that it's actually down far enough on your tooth so that it doesn't come up. So let's put it down on this guy and it should be all good.
Now we can start putting the bonded brackets on the rest of the teeth.
Nice.
We've placed a lip guard over the teeth to give us room to work. Let's rinse off the teeth. Can you spray them with water?
I definitely
I'll run the
can.
suction to remove the water.
Sounds good. All right, I get them wet and then Dr. Jeff sucks them clean. That is not something I should have said. Whatever. There we go. We made them wet. Fantastic.
Let's spray some air to get the teeth nice and dry.
All right.
Can you handle that for me?
Yep, I definitely can. All right, now we're just gonna clean the teeth off. It should be nice and clean now. This part is definitely super simple. All they do is basically spray water and then air in your mouth and it feels completely fine. If you have sensitive teeth, it could be a little bit painful, but it's definitely not a bad experience for the average person. Let's continue.
With the teeth dry, we'll now put a small amount of bonding agent on the teeth.
All right.
Wipe a little bonder on each one.
Sounds good. All right, so now I'm going to put the adhesive agent so that we can put all the brackets on the teeth. All it is like a tiny bit of glue that they put on your teeth so that they can put the brackets on. So let's just put all this on. Nice, nice. You're gonna have beautiful teeth in no time. Don't you worry. Assuming I can actually, it's not letting me click. There we go. There we go. Nice. Now they have all the glue, so let's move to the next step.
We let the bonder dry for a minute or two so that it is sticky.
All right.
Then we place a bonded bracket onto it.
All right, so now we're going to put all the brackets on the teeth so that the wire actually has something to connect to. This part does not hurt at all. Basically, it feels like someone's just pushing against your teeth. They're just like, boop, and then it's on. It's really that easy. And then after you get all your little brackets on, they put like a little light on top of it to help it dry super quickly. So it's definitely not a bad experience. It's super quick. It'll be over probably in about 5 minutes or so. So it's not bad at all.
I will scrape off the excess bonding agent with a dental pick.
All right.
Now use a curing light to harden the bonding agent under the brackets.
There we go. That's the light I was talking about. All right, so now we're just gonna use this light. It's just gonna shine a little light on your teeth, help it dry super quickly, and then it'll make a beep sound when it's done. So let's do it. All right, so let's just do it right here. Let's get all these ones dried. Fantastic. Now we'll do these ones. As I said, this part goes by super quickly and it's definitely not painful at all. It's just super easy and it'll be done in no time. And that should be good. There we go.
Great job. Now I'll put the bonded brackets on the rest of the teeth.
Sounds good.
There we are. While I was at it, I readjusted the molar bands and cemented them. We're ready to place the arch wires.
Nice.
The arch wire is a thin wire that connects all of the teeth by going through each bracket. Let's slip the wire into the brackets of the bands on the molars. Move the wire to the mouth to put it in place.
All right, so the arch wire is the part of the braces that actually moves the teeth. What happens is they put it in the brackets and then it either slowly constricts or expands depending on how your teeth need to move. So all you do is you put it in the brackets and it slowly moves to make your teeth even straighter. So let's put both of these in here and they connect to the brackets in the back.
We do not want the wires to poke our patient. So now that they are all snapped into place, I'll reduce the ends by clipping them off with pliers.
Yep.
And there we are. The arch wire is in place.
Nice.
Now we'll use elastic ligatures to make sure the arch wire does not fall out of the band. The ligatures are little rubber bands we snap over the front of the bonded bracket using a different pair of dental pliers. Now you try. Place the ligature over the brackets indicated.
All right, so now we're gonna put the little rubber bands on the braces. This is where a lot of people get creative. They can pick a bunch of different colors. It's basically up to you what you want. So you can get some nice pink like this lovely individual right here is getting, or you could be like me and just get gray because it made the braces look a lot smaller. And that was just something that I figured out, that if you wanted the braces to look less noticeable, go for something like gray so that they don't pop as much as something like a bright pink or something like that would. So that's just my advice for you guys if you want the braces to be less noticeable. All right, there we go.
And with the last ligature in place, our patient is done for today.
Nice.
In the next few days,
nice
she might
braces.
experience some initial discomfort.
Yeah.
She should plan on eating soft foods and taking over-the-counter pain relievers if needed. Orthodontic wax can also relieve discomfort. If there is a real problem, she can always call the orthodontist. It is important to take more time brushing and flossing when you have braces,
Definitely.
as food can get lodged between the wires and the teeth. Our patient will have regular appointments about once a month for the next 6 months, and then space them out after that. The treatment usually takes about 1 year with braces, and then additional time with a retainer. The true length will vary by patient.
It's true.
She might also need additional equipment such as elastic bands, coil springs, or headgear. We will not know until we see how she responds to the braces.
All right.
There you have it. The braces are in place, and our patient is on the way to a beautiful straight smile.
We did it.
Thanks for coming by Surgery Squad. Why not check out one of our other procedures here on surgerysquad.com?
No thanks, Dr. Jeff. I've had enough surgery for today, but now I'm going to answer some of the most common questions about braces. All right, so the most common question about braces tends to be, will they hurt? And the short answer is, it will hurt a little bit, but it's definitely not a lot of pain. The first time that you get your braces, your gums will definitely be pretty sore because your teeth are literally moving inside your gums, so it makes sense that they will be a little bit sore, but it's definitely not very bad. The first time that you get your braces, it will definitely hurt the worst that it will ever hurt, so it's definitely not bad at all. You'll probably want to take some painkillers or something for the first day or so, but after that, you'll feel completely fine, and you'll probably even forget that you have the braces on. After that, braces pretty much only hurt when you have to get checkups. When you get the checkups, they pretty much give you a new wire and new bands so that they start tightening or expanding your teeth even more, which will lead to your teeth moving, which makes your teeth hurt a little bit. It definitely doesn't hurt nearly as bad as the first time, so basically you take like one aspirin or something right after the procedure and you feel completely fine afterwards, so it's definitely not bad at all. Braces are definitely not that painful, guys, so you have nothing to worry about. Another common concern is, will people make fun of me with braces? And the short answer is, maybe like one idiot will, but most people do not care if you get braces because braces are completely normal. Pretty much everyone in the United States gets braces at this time, so no one really cares if you have braces, guys. No one is going to make fun of you. You're going to be completely fine, and in a couple years, you're going to have straight teeth, and everyone who didn't get braces is going to be like, man, I sure wish that I had braces because my teeth aren't straight now. So that's basically how it's going to be. You guys don't need to worry about what people think. Braces are completely normal, so don't worry about it, guys. You will be completely fine, and you'll be glad that you got braces. And the last question I'm going to answer is, does it affect the food that I can eat? The short answer is yes, it does to an extent affect what you can eat. You can pretty much eat absolutely everything that you could before, but if you have to bite into something weird like an apple or something where it would be pushing against the top of your teeth or the bottom, it's probably not a great idea to actually eat that. And as well as like caramels and other sticky foods, it's probably not a good idea to eat those as well. But for the most part, you can pretty much eat everything that you did before, so it's definitely not that bad, guys. I absolutely promise. I had braces for 2.5 years, and I can promise you that the braces were definitely worth it. I know it might seem like a big deal to get braces now, but in the long run, it is definitely a good idea to get them, and there is nothing to be worried about. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to end this video here. Hopefully this video helped answer some of your questions about braces, or maybe it just entertained you. But either way, if you guys enjoyed it, then make sure you give the video a like because it really does help me out a lot, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see my new videos as soon as they come out. If you guys would like to see more surgery games, then make sure you click the link that's on the screen right now so you can see all the surgeries that I've done. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.